Forests for Cornwall works with individuals, communities, organisations and landholders to plant trees across Cornwall. Cornwall has been selected as one of only 2 regions in the UK to be the recipient of DEFRA Woodland Creation Partnership funding. Part of its remit is to support agroforestry projects to provide case studies and learning for farmers and landholders. In this video, we are looking at how trees and agroforestry can contribute to farm diversification. Trees on farms can increase the productivity of a farm in many ways. When planted on the margins, they can provide an additional crop, such as fruits, nuts, timber and woodchip, in areas that would otherwise be unproductive. Trees that are integrated in an already productive system can provide additional yields for the same area of land use. Planting trees can enhance the resilience to the agricultural crops by providing shade, shelter, improving soil, retaining water and attracting beneficial wildlife. Steve Chamberlain at Nancarrow Farm has applied this practice with the support of Forests for Cornwall by planting a mix of fruit trees in a field alongside grazing livestock.
Nancarrow is a 100-acre farm. We're in a south-facing valley. The land here at Nancarrow is mainly permanent pasture, also some wood pasture, a bit of woodland, but then the others are herbal lays, so on rotation. We have North Devon cattle and Suffolk sheep, and they move as a mob or a flood. Anyone who travels down our lane can see that trees are a big part of what we do here at Nancarrow. The tall trees that have been here for hundreds of years, and then the hedges which we kind of manage and look after and separate all the fields. The parkland trees, along with their kind of big guards, we use that to help us break up paddocks and create cells for our mob grazing. So in time they'll provide shelter for our cattle. Right now they're actually providing an anchor for fencing to help manage that grassland in a better way. The tree planting that Forests for Cornwall have supported with us, twofold. One is our fruit bowl, which is a 6-acre orchard, which is contour planted and has apples, pears, crab apples, cherries, plums, elder, apricot, and some walnuts as well. And in 5-10 years, it's going to be a breathtaking space within the farm. The other project which we've been involved with Forests for Cornwall is called the Thorn Oak Trial. The thorn can act as the mother for an oak tree. So those thorns protecting those new seedlings, preventing animals from grazing them, and allowing those trees to reach maturity. Our future agroforestry plans aren't fixed. We have to think more trees in the ground, more shelter, more protection for our livestock.
Hugh David from Wildwood, Trewarder Barton Farm used his previous forestry experience to integrate a wood fuel producing business on the farm. They have established the first eucalyptus plantation in the country and also source wood from local estates. Their product has been used at Chelsea Flower Show and they are expanding into culinary uses for their crop.
We have a mixed farm with agroforestry and timber, mainly eucalyptus. On the arable side, it's mainly barley, and then with the diversification we've done on the eucalyptus is a forestry crop for other products such as chip, fence posts in the future, and flooring. As you've seen, we've got eucalyptus. The reason for that is it takes the risk away from normal farming. It's producing a fuel on the sort of basic level compared to oil, so people can buy to heat their homes. We're looking at a rotation between 16 to 18 years, so we can get vast volume of hardwood for the energy market in a very short space of time. Producing it locally, you're cutting down that emissions and greenhouse gases. When you're transporting it 2,000 kilometres and then burning it, that wood is not only one bit of emissions going into the atmosphere, but also that transport link before it's shipped around in the UK. We put some mean tree woodland in at the same time we planted the eucalyptus, but also we've got some at 30, 40, 50 years of age. So it enables us, with the commercial aspect, to reinvest some of the profits to actually look after the local community woodland, so it'll be there forever and a day for future generations.
Farm consultant and farmer Tom Tolput is adamant that with the right tree planted in the right place for the right purpose, agroforestry can increase productivity. He farms in the southeast of Cornwall producing beef and lamb. He is exploring agroforestry methods to diversify into fruit production for an extra form of income, but also for the additional benefits that trees and shrubs bring for soil health and biodiversity.
We plan to design an agroforestry business where trees and rotations and animals can interact to make it a better environment for the crops and the stock on the land. Adding the agroforestry to the farm and the farm diversification is very important from a sustainability, both financially and environmentally. We're analysing permanent pastures with 2 to 3 times the potentially available nitrogen than a heavy tillaged arable field. There's much more available nutrients naturally cycling in that soil, building soil health, building nutritional density of foods. Integrating trees and grasslands is an important part for shelter, for resilience. And so I think that putting the right trees in the right environment, the right spacings is really important to make sure that the grasslands, the crops can benefit from one another rather than be antagonistic to one another. We're hoping to work with Forest of Cornwall to build quite a progressive plan. We're not planting this for our benefit particularly, it's the next generations. Putting shelter belts in, putting fruiting corridors in will bring a lot more diversity to the farm and hopefully will provide an environment for our children or whoever farms the farm going forward.
Not only can trees on your farm be a way to provide a long-term investment opportunity, but they can also provide short to medium-term benefits, from fruiting crops, livestock feed, shelter, and help to manage water flows across the land. Historically, many farms in Cornwall would have had a mixed orchard of apple, cider apple, pear, plum, quince and medlar trees. Here, protected by hedges and trees, lambing could take place, bees could be kept and fruit produced. Cornwall has now lost over 90% of historic orchards. Agroforestry orchard schemes can play a vital role in reintroducing these priority habitats and provide valuable diversification for farms. Forest for Cornwall aims to support and empower the people of Cornwall to tackle the climate and ecological emergencies. We will achieve this by helping our residents, businesses and communities to plant the right trees in the right place for the right purpose. This includes everything from planting woodlands to individual trees in gardens across Cornwall. Forest for Cornwall can support farmers and landholders with the integration of trees in a variety of landscapes and habitats. We support planting projects from beginning to end with free consultation and guidance. Our team can link you up to a host of grant schemes that are available, so get in touch with us today.